Hello everyone, I am Jogén Hummingbird. I am with the Footsteps to Peace. I am an intuitive channel, astrologer, Reiki master, and a spiritual life coach. If anything I say here today resonates with you and you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can head over to my website, jogendivinity.com. That is JOGENDIVINITY.com. You can click on the offerings tab and take a look at everything that I have to offer for you guys. So I wanted to go ahead and do a reading for the cardinal signs today. So that is going to be if you are an Aries, a Cancer, Libra, or a Capricorn. So if you fall into any of these zodiac signs, this is going to be your reading for today. So let's go ahead and see what messages we have for the cardinal signs. All right. Two flying right out of the deck. We have, oh wow, look at this. The cardinal sign right here, full moon in Libra, find balance. And then we also have full moon in Pisces, forgive. So Pisces is actually a mutable sign here. So we have mutable and cardinal energy, and we both have full moons here. So when you take a look at Libra energy, it's the only zodiac sign that is represented by an inanimate object. It is the scales, it's the balance, it's the harmony. It's ruled by Venus, so it talks about relationships. It rules the 7th house, so this is your long-term partnerships. This is your commitments in relationships. This is your attachment style. Libra is all about attachment. And so I feel like this balance energy coming up for us, I feel some of us are stepping into the fruitions of some of our manifestations. We're calling in a lot of different things going into 2023. We're coming around full circle to this Capricorn new moon to plant seeds going into the Cancer full moon that's happening next year. So we are placing a lot of seeds right now, and we're watching a lot of things grow, and we're seeing some puzzle pieces fall into place, and we're trying to find some balance here between all that. And we also have, it says forgive here. So this feels like we need to have a little bit more compassion for ourselves and trying to find the balance between the mundane and the spiritual when it comes to finding our success. So the themes that are coming up around this new moon that we have coming up, the new moon in Capricorn, if you haven't checked out my new moon in Capricorn reading, I'll go ahead and leave a little card somewhere on the screen, and I'll link it down below in the description box as well. But we talked a lot about getting back in touch with who you really are, what you really want, what your mission is here on this planet at this time in this life, and how you can integrate that in your spirituality and your mundane success. And so this feels like we are just trying to find the balance between how we can let go of the things of our past that are hindering us from stepping into that fullest expression of ourselves, or from finding that alignment, or from finding that soul purpose, or that larger mission statement as to why you're here right now. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. I like the energy that we're getting at so far. I feel also in the energy for some of you, there's the blockage surrounding money in the sense of, I don't know how to let go of the fact that I am, like, I've told my family or been told by my family, or I've told myself my entire life, or I've always been told by my work bosses or my romantic partners or my friends that I will not be able to make that kind of money, or that I'm crazy, or I'm out of my mind. I feel some of you need to let go of that, because with that Pisces energy coming in here, Pisces is all about delusion. It rules delusion in astrology. And so sometimes as Piscean energy, some of you may have very strong Pisces placements. I know that I have a 12th house stellium, and I also have my 2nd house in Pisces with Black Moon, Lilith, and Mars conjunct in that house. So I have a lot of Pisces energy going on in me. And so a lot of the times I tend to let my energy be like dictated by the energy of people around me. I'm very empathic. I'm very in flow. I'm very connected to those around me. And so this next card that we just pulled, it says last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. So getting back to what we were talking about earlier, I feel like some of us with this Pisces energy showing up twice, some of us may be caught in like the narratives of other people, or in the energy frequency of other people, or in other people's dramas, or other people's messes, or other people's bullshit, and you are not getting your chance to really understand yourself. It feels like that for that specific group that may have Pisces placements heavy, similar to myself, but also just overall, I feel we need to let go of what we have told ourselves and forgive ourselves for telling ourselves that that is what is possible. Specifically forgiving ourselves for putting a cap out on what we can achieve, or what we can create, or what we can do for ourselves. So bringing it back into that full moon in Libra, this is also about harmonizing emotion and mind, because Libra is an air sign and Pisces is a water sign. So the air in elementals, it represents the mind, it represents intuition, it represents clarity, it represents focus, it represents masculine, the chaotic masculine, really, the uncaged masculine. It also represents wisdom and higher insight and these more airy concepts that are very bouncy all over the place, can't be contained, has no container, also can't be visibly seen. So this feels like some of us are trying to get our emotional momentum not to die down, but trying to find the balance between mind and emotion. A lot of us, we do here in the metaphysical community of like mind, body, spirit, a lot of us think, oh, my mind, my thoughts, my body, my physical health, my spirit, my prayer or my meditation or whatever the fuck. They don't even take into accountability or into account their entire emotional well-being or their entire emotional experience. There are some people in the metaphysical journey that I've seen in my experience in the past 9 years of doing this, that people tend to want to spiritually bypass by forcing their thoughts to do different things for them, which some cases, depending on what situation you're in, you are going to have to use the power of your mind to transcend out of an experience, depending on the level of traumaticism it has, or the level of intensity that it has, or what have you. But we have to really understand that our emotions are our way, are our spirits, our higher selves, our soul's way of communicating energetically with us. Emotions are energy in motion, emotion, energy in motion. So that energy that's being pushed through us, that feeling that we can't ignore because it's our emotions, it's biochemically reacting within our physical body. We can't physically ignore it, we can't mentally ignore it, and we can't emotionally ignore it. So we have to pay attention to that energy so that way we can understand how to navigate and where to take the next step from. So I want to pull a couple of tarot cards to narrow down some more specific details for you guys. So we have the Nine of Swords. Some of you could be keeping up at night thinking about how you may want to navigate different relationships differently, or maybe there's a bit of a boundary issue. That Piscean energy, typically with Pisces energy, they have very shitty boundaries. Like, no offense to any of my Pisces cross watchers here who maybe have like a Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whatever is in your chart, wherever the fuck, however you were drawn to this. If you have heavy Pisces placements, or you resonate with Pisces energy a lot, or you just like the sign of Pisces, this is not for me to shit on the sign of Pisces, I promise. But I understand. I have like a 12th house stellium and 2 Pisces placements in my 2nd house here. Like, I completely understand. So a lot of the times, this applies to myself as well in the past, but I have always experienced like a shitty realm with boundaries. Like I said, like my energy is very enmeshed in other people's, and that is the case with a lot of Piscean energy. So some of us could be keeping up at night trying to understand how we can better re-navigate these things, or we're questioning ourselves, or we're driving ourselves crazy staying up at night thinking about what we could be creating differently with our relationships, or even our relationship with ourselves, or our own emotions, or our own thoughts or belief systems. So we also have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So this feels like a lot of emotional clarity is trying to come through for us. This feels like the universe is trying to deliver something for us, and we're just waiting for the universe to hand us a nugget so we can take divine action, so we can get all this inspiration, motivation, emotional burst, and boom, and passion all of a sudden shows up, you know? Like, I feel some of us are either, this is the theme that's been coming up a lot in the readings, that we're moving out of darker places and stepping into better ones. Like, this one would be first. So we would have the Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So it's like you're waiting for the universe in this darker space to give you a little bit of a nugget, to little hand you offering, like, here we go, here's some emotional boost, and then boom, you can take inspired action. But you still also have to pay attention to the guidance that you receive. It can't be like, hey, I'm going to get a nugget from the universe, and then that's going to be it, and then I'm going to continue about my lazy ways, or I'm going to continue about my old ways that brought me the same patterns that I continue to perpetuate in the past. But now I'm just going to get this nugget from the universe and keep on keeping on. That's not the fucking case. You don't want to do that, because then you're not showing the universe that you're integrating any wisdom that it is trying to instill within you. So I want to go ahead and pull like a couple more cards, because I don't want to leave it on such a shitty note here. What do we have? Ooh, here we go, the Hierophant. So yes, integrate your wisdom, become the wisdom keeper. The Hierophant talks about, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's depicted by a pope, which, give or take the imagery, that's neither here nor there. Not my greatest, I don't have a great opinion on that, the Pope being in the Tarot, but that's just my opinion, you know, whatever. So this Hierophant energy, it talks about Taurus energy, but we're not really here for the Taurus, unless this does resonate for you and you somehow have Taurus energy and you want to find that other half of the Venusian energy, because Venus does also rule Taurus, or Taurus rules Venus, or whatever the fuck, you understand. And so Taurus is more so the masculine essence of Venus. And so this is talking about taking grounded action, being grounded and stable and safe enough within yourself and within your wisdom to understand how to take proper action and to understand when to. Because yes, Taurus is the masculine half of the feminine energy of Venus itself, but it's still feminine essence. And so it still understands how to pay attention to intuition if Taurus is not in the shadow frequency. So utilize this energy that you're stepping into very wisely. A lot of us, we tend to, in the metaphysical community, whenever you're stepping out of a darker space and into a lighter frequency, and you're healing and you're expanding and you're gaining all this wisdom and you're developing all these things, all of a sudden, somewhere along the line, you fall back into old habits and you stop integrating the wisdom, and then you regress and you wonder why you've regressed. I mean, I did a similar thing this past year in 2022. So this very much ties in as a message for myself as well, because I am a cardinal sign. I'm a Capricorn in 6 different placements. But this energy really is about integrating wisdom, harnessing wisdom, understanding your connection to nature and the divine as a whole, not as 2 separate versions of yourself. So I want to go ahead and leave it there for you guys. So that was your reading. If you are a cardinal sign, again, that is Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. Sorry, my brain broke for a second. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, or if you resonate with anything said here, then go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the Footsteps to Peace. Then go ahead and click that notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video for you guys. And again, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can head over to my website, jogéndivinity.com. Everything will be in the description box down below for you, as well as my socials. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Many blessings.